Hello and welcome to Me and My Golf TV. I'm Piers Ward and it's My Swing and Alice, and we have...
Hi, I'm Steve Bowdish. Let's take charge of your game.
Okay, welcome to the Asprey on the 10th tee. It's time for My Swing Analysis. This is where we analyse one of your golf swings to help you take charge of your game.
Yes, if you want to have the chance to win a swing analysis with myself and Piers, go to Facebook, Instagram and Twitter today and enter the competition. It could be you.
Good luck with that. And as you can see, we have a special guest star in this one. We have Stephen Bowdish, PGA Tour player, and actually just got into the President's Cup team, so congratulations on that. I know you were really excited about that. We were lucky enough to spend some time with Stephen in, well, I was, sorry, you were in San Diego, in Connecticut, and talking about his game. And it was interesting that when Stephen was talking about his game, that he wants to draw the golf ball with his irons and fade the golf ball with the driver.
Yeah.
And we look at that and we think, okay, well, that's, as you said off camera before, he doesn't want too much, does he? But I think it's interesting that a lot of the better players are, I wouldn't say scared, but maybe yes, they don't want to hit the golf ball to the left. They don't want to hook the golf ball. They don't want to miss the fairways left because it's a little bit more out of control.
Yeah.
So Stephen was saying he didn't want to miss the ball. He didn't want to miss the fairway left. He wanted to play a fade. And even if he missed the fairway to the right slightly, he had a little bit more sort of leeway.
More control on that, isn't
More
there?
control, definitely. So I think what we wanted to do with this video is actually show you how he plays that fade, because we've got the driver, but then also show you what you can take out of that as well. So let's go to down the line first of all. So we'll get our swing plane line in, and we can see as the club goes back, the trace of the golf club, you'll see that as he then goes into his downswing, you can see that it is noticeably different. The trace on the way down on the downswing is above that on the backswing. So this means that he's got a great chance of swinging to the left through the ball, which is going to help him create his fade. So if you want to play a fade, copying this model here will absolutely work for
Definitely.
you.
The majority of amateurs out there, they're not trying to play a fade.
They're
trying to play a draw, and they'd do anything to hit the golf ball left. But I think that a lot of the better players, as you say, Piers, the better golfers, the lower handicap, the pros, don't want to hook the golf ball. But their swing is generally different. They tend to get it more underplane as opposed to over the top. But for the better players out there who want to play a fade, then obviously this one's a great one to copy.
Without doubt, without doubt. So let's actually go to the front view, and we can see a few things that might be a little bit different to some people as he sets up to the golf ball. So as Stephen sets up, you can see he's actually got more weight into his lead side. Now I know Stephen does some work with his coach on force plates, so that tells you where your weight is throughout your setup, backswing, downswing, and all these points. So they're obviously doing it for a reason, but you know, for amateur golfers to do that, we'll come to that in a minute, but it's actually maybe not the best thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But from that position there, we can see that the good news is that he actually does transfer weight. He moves into his trail side. And you can see at the top of the backswing, fully loaded, fully stacked, ready to deliver a lot of thunder into that golf ball. So from that top of backswing position, see as he goes into his transition, really good move. We were talking off camera how strong his legs look.
Yeah.
You know, the club is
Good
really
sequence.
primed. You can see that club is being pulled down. He's not pulling the club down. So low body doing a great job. We can see as he then goes through into the impact area, the lead leg does something a little strange. The heel comes up a little bit more. We see that with a lot of long drivers now.
Power,
they get up in the air. Almost that black spot on the launch monitor, on the pressure mats. But as he strikes the golf ball, we can see the upper body is behind the golf ball, and that's really important if you want to launch your tee shots. And then obviously gets through into his finished position there. So, Andy, we were talking about the setup, and if amateur golfers, a lot of the amateur golfers we see, if they were to lean into their left side at setup, they probably would create the same curve as Stephen, wouldn't they? They'd probably bend the ball to the right.
But a slice.
But it wouldn't be a fade, it would be a slice.
Yeah.
So do you want to go through that and show what may happen with that?
And we see this a lot with you guys at home and the students that we see on a day-to-day basis, that they start left-sided with a driver, usually because the ball's so far forward, okay, but they start left-sided. Now what Stephen does very well, he starts left-sided, but he makes sure he gets back over to his trail side. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we don't see this in amateurs that much. They start left-sided with weight on their lead leg. They make a turn, but they keep that weight on that lead side. Now you can see here, I'm not particularly behind the golf ball. I've got a lot of weight into my lead leg. Now, what tends to happen from this is it's going to cause more of a downward hit on the driver. And unfortunately, when we get this downward hit with the driver that's too much, it can give that excessive curve on the ball. Yeah. That's that slice. So, you know, I suppose Stephen Bowdish, PGA Tour player, very talented. He compensates very well in his swing by still actually moving to his right side. But in terms of you guys at home, you know, I suppose we want to give you something a bit different. That's A little bit easy to do, really, Piers.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, so you've got a little bit of a drill here, Andy.
Okay, let's go we're going to almost preset the weight. So we're going to get you in your setup. Okay, we're going to get you feeling nice and athletic in a good posture. But from here, we're going to set slightly more weight on the trail side. So let's say 55% or even 60. Go ahead and cross your arms over at the setup here. Now, what we're going to focus on here, we've got more weight on your trail side, but we're going to wind up to the top of the backswing here, making sure we don't sway. We don't want the lower body to move. So we're going to keep a nice stable base, but we're going to wind up, we're going to coil into that trail side. Now, by the time I've reached the top from here, I can just lift this heel up. Now, the majority of the weight, probably 90% of the weight now, is in my trail side. Now, I am ready now to sequence this downswing, and I'm behind the golf ball. I can even start the downswing with sort of slamming that heel into the ground and then sort of moving to it. And, you know, getting behind the ball, we talk about it so much with the driver, Pierce, is going to enable you to get that good angle into the golf ball and give you that optimal ball flight.
It's interesting to do that again, Andy. I like that sort of left heel going into the ground. I think Nick Price, your captain, Stephen, actually, he used to do a little bit of this. That left heel would come up a little bit and he would put it into the ground. Jack Nicklaus, Tom Watson, lots of great players have started the downswing by getting that left heel back into the ground. And Andy, it's interesting that when people do this for the first time, they do want to move. Their brain thinks I've got to transfer weight, so they move a lot.
Yeah.
It's not a massive movement, is it? It is a subtle movement, but it's kind of by doing that drill there, you'll be able to build up the awareness of how to do that.
Yeah, and it's
really program it.
It's more really turning the upper body into this right side as opposed to actually moving over to the right side. And if you can get your head around that, keeping a stable base into this sort of trail hip here, working and coiling into that trail hip, you can really start to feel the pressure building up in this leg. You can lift this heel off really easy then, and then you can start and you'll really feel the power loaded up, ready to push off that trail side.
You can even put your golf bag there, or you can even put an alignment stick in the ground to stop you swaying, so you've got that awareness of that is. But I mean, can you do that with a driver as well? I mean, would you do that with people?
In terms of what?
Having the practice backswing with the left and
Oh yeah, no question, yeah. So once you've done it without that, just give you the feeling, then you can take it to the club where you really feel now you wind up to the top of the backswing, get to the top, feel it loaded in trail side, lift the heel up again, I haven't swayed, I'm loaded, and then I'm ready to again to start there.
Brilliant, and that's very similar to where Stephen was there, wasn't it? So as soon as that heel goes down, your legs are what we would call centered in a technical point, club's ready to go. Andy, let's watch you hit a shot.
Okay, right. This is actually a very, very good drill for me. That I'm going to start to put into my practice plan. So practice swing, load up, heel up, and then through.
There we go.
Okay, right, so 55% of weight on that trail side at the start, and then feel as if I can load that trail side up.
Very nice.
It even went straight, Pierce, that one did.
Ooh, pretty good. It's interesting that with that heel there, that Andy's heel came up just a little bit there. Normally it wouldn't, so actually he probably isn't aware.
I was trying
to do that. Okay, so you could even get to the point where if you wanted to, when you got to the top, you could stop with the heel up and then go from there. So you can mix that around for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go, great drill. It's really going to help that driving. Now guys, if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. Also comment any questions you have down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more videos every single week.
Absolutely, guys. If you want to see more exclusive videos as well, go to meandmygolf.com, click on the link there, 7-day free trial, lots more content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers.